Hi, so we are going to use D3 to visualize data. So let's say we have different scores or results from a race or anything where we want to compare data. And it is not easy to look at numbers and see that how much difference is. So let's say our data is here. So let's create an array. And we want to visualize this. So D3 offers us SVG image. So SVG is like a canvas where we can create this visualization. So we need to know what is the width and height of this SVG. So let's create global variables for width and height. SVG is going to grab the body. So body is one of the elements in the HTML page, and then it's going to append SVG to the body as a child element. Element at this point is created, but it doesn't have any width and height. So we need to give it width and height for it to appear. Still, we don't see any SVG. So the reason is that we don't have any border. And if we give it a style with a border, that will make it appear. So the error is that D3 is not defined. So we need to provide this library before it can work. We go to JS, search for it. So you can see that this light border, it shows the boundary where we can work. So now, how can we visualize this data? So we need to have some child elements appended to this SVG. So let's start with circle. So this svg variable, this contains the element. So whenever we want to add anything to it, any child element, we can use it to add that. Now the question is that why we selected circle when it doesn't exist. So the way svg works is that if the element doesn't exist, then it append new elements which are bound to data. So let's say that here our data is these 6 elements of array, and there is no element which binds to it because there is no circle. So what D3 is going to do is it's going to create those 6 elements, 6 circles, and attach those 6 circles to it. So we gave the circle its x and y coordinates, but it doesn't know what is the radius of that circle. To make it visible, let's fill it with a color. So the error says that this is not a function because we didn't bind it. So we said we gave it dot data, but we didn't provide name of the array. And that makes one circle appear. But where are all other circles? So all other circles are hiding behind it because all the circles, they have same x and y position. So to make all these circles appear, we need to move them slightly. So as you can see, the circles are there, but they are so close together that they overlap each other. So let's increase the distance between them. So as we increase the distance, they are little bit apart, but the size of the circle is same. So they are still overlapping each other. So we need to use our data to control the size of the circle, which is the radius. So now the problem we have is that this first circle, it starts at the very edge. What we want to do is that for the very first element, we want to offset its position by certain pixels. So we can say that if the value of first element, which is 0, then the distance should be 50. So that makes first circle appear slightly to the right. So now all the circles appear, and these circles, their size shows how big and small the data is. So based on size of data, the size of the circle changes.